So yesterday, on a news program, we had Matalin going up against Van Jones. They had a little sparring match, and I want you to take a look at this video, and I'll come back with my
honest moment here, people.
Please.
Van has, to my mind, retracted your white lash with what you just said. No, that we have to not focus totally on the toxic stuff. But you should, and if you don't, you're wrong.
No, you
are not, that's not the path for progressives. We've all agreed at the outset of this show that the path, which is Ellison's message, you say, is to go back to the Rust Belt and the rednecks. Well, you're not going to get there with climate change and Putin and all the rest of what you're talking about.
The people in South Carolina who run hotels, who understand their self-interest, they will be overrun by rivers and water if they don't deal with climate crisis.
And we're just about out of time. We get to Alan here, so the white lash.
When I said, and I stand by it, I said that race was a part, and there was a part, that alt-right part, there was a part of a white lash. And if you listen to the whole quote, you would agree with what I said. So I don't take that back.
I did listen. And then you said, what do I tell the kids? What I would tell your kids, I'm a black man in America who went to Yale, who's written books, who served as president,
and I'm a ninth-generation American, ma'am, and I'm the first one in my family born with all my rights. I'm a ninth-generation American. And so we have not escaped because I went to Yale.
You should not be a racial polemicist. You should be a racial reconciler.
You should be yourself to say that to me to my face. I've spent more time in this country.
Would I say it behind your back would be better?
Hold on a second. I spent more time than you have trying to be a racial reconciler in this country.
Really? How do you know that? Do you know anything about me?
Well, you apparently don't know anything about me.
Yes, I do know. Your daddy, your grandparents were teachers. Your grandfather was a bishop.
George, this is a problem that we have right now. It is, in fact, the case that there was a populist revolt in this country, both Sanders and Trump, but one of them was marbled through with this alt-right stuff. If someone like myself, who is married to a white woman, who has spent my entire life building bridges, can't point out the alt-right white lash reaction without being accused of being a racial polemicist, we're going to have a big problem.
And I would say, how do you know sense of decency to say that?
Okay, guys, you know what?
A healer. Throughout a horrific, brutal campaign, he has spoken sanity to power. And to those who
my deepest apologies. You don't know anything about me. You don't know anything about my healing. And I would say there are ways to get to reconciliation different from focusing on the toxic elements as you did on election night.
You talk about both.
You guys will talk about it outside. We're going to come back with New York Times Columnist Time.
thing that you can't do is try to reason with people. Some people you're not going to get to change their minds on certain things because their mind is already set that they're going to believe what they want to believe, and if you try to change their opinion, then you're the problem. Now, this woman called Van Jones a racial polygamist or whatever. All he was doing is saying there was a white lash. When Trump got in, it was the white lash. And it was a white lash from Obama being in office for 8 years. Obama did get a lot done. You know, you can agree with him or disagree with the things that he's done, but he has gotten a lot done. And a lot of people are going to miss President Barack Obama. Okay? But this is beside the point. This woman says that, you know, you should be saying that I'm a black, I tell his family, I'm a black man that went to Yale and graduated from Yale. See, this is the problem. Stop telling black people what they should do and what they should say. So what if he went to Yale? So what? He's talking about his people, the black community, and the racial oppression that our people have suffered. Okay, you have unarmed black people getting killed by cops. But all this woman can sit there and say, well, stop looking at the negative. Well, we need to look at the negative so we can address the issue, because if we don't look at the negative, then how are we going to fix the problem? There is a racial divide right now. And you're telling people that, oh, don't worry about the negative. Worry about what he can do. Can he give jobs and everything like that? Stop it. This is what happens. Now, I don't think you need to say that he married a white woman. So what who you marry, it doesn't matter if you married a white woman or a black woman or not. And I'll get into the racial aspect in another video. But he is trying to bridge the gap between racism. He's trying to bring people together. And when black people call out racism, some white folks get upset saying, how dare you call that out? See, they don't take responsibility for what they do. And they're talking about, well, black folks don't take responsibility for what they do. They need to go out there and they need to get a job. But wait a minute. Some of y'all don't take responsibility. That the problem within this country is you have racial divides. Black people aren't going around terrorizing white people all the time. And if they do, it is far and far in between. And I don't agree with it at all. Because I would tell them, don't stoop to their level. But when you had these people, when all these unarmed black people getting killed by cops, you had some of these white folks, Fox News and some on CNN will sit there and say, well, he was a criminal. If he would have just obeyed, he had a criminal record. What difference does that make? Stop making excuses and take responsibility for what's going on and try to do what you need to do to fix it. And I said this before. White people need to call out the races in their group to order this to get better. They need to call it out. And until that's called out, this is still going to be a major problem in America. Like the video, comment, and